Here's your chance. Lundagin mo, baby! Kasama ang mga pilosopong sina Jovi Miroy at Ron Capinding. Lundagin mo, baby! Leaping upward, leaping forward. Lundagin mo, baby! Leaping to greater heights, to greater wisdom, to greater magis. Lundag na, Ateneo!
Do you have concerns or problems about the school? Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
SSS, sabihin sa sanggo. Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
Locate their boxes around campus and simply fill out the forms in the stations. Drop them in the box and boom, you're done. You can also fill out our forms online.
SSS, sabihin sa sanggo.
This is a service brought to you by your Sangu. Pag may problema, huwag mag-alala.
Racism and discrimination are spreading alongside the new coronavirus. Remember that the virus has no ethnicity, no gender, nor social class. Let's stand together as one community of human beings and flatten the curb of racism. Our diversity can unite us for a better, more inclusive and peaceful world. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
Jescom Music Ministry. Music that uplifts the soul. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Kaibigan, alam mo na ba kung ano ang mga karaniwang sintomas ng COVID-19? Ito ay ang mga sumusunod: lagnat, pagkapagod, at dry cough. Habang sa ilan naman ay sipon at baradong ilong, sore throat o diarrhea. May ilan naman na wala pang sintomas, pero pwede pa rin nilang maipasa ang virus sa iba. Kung ikaw ay nasa mga lugar kung saan kumakalat ang COVID-19 o kaya may close contact sa mga taong kumpirmadong may COVID-19 o sa mga nag-aalaga sa kanila, ipagbigay alam ito sa health worker sa inyong barangay. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Radyo Katipunan is now online. See our live feed on facebook.com/Radyo Katipunan. Check out our Instagram and our Twitter at Radyo Katipunan and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Radyo Katipunan FM for more exclusive content.
To listen to music that uplifts the soul, follow Jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. Our music is also available on iTunes and Deezer.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.
Baka naman pwede.
Baka naman pwede?
Baka naman pwede. Mga isyung napapanahon ating pag-usapan. Baka naman pwede. Gamit ang mga pananaw mula sa iba't ibang kalinangan.
Baka naman pwede.
Mula sa Institute of Philippine Culture, kami inyong samahan, tayo'y maghuntahan. Dito lang sa Baka Naman Pwede. Tuwing Huwebes, alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Want to find out more about the famed org community of the Ateneo? Yeah! Wondering what projects and initiatives our student organizations are currently up to? Curious to hear the perspectives and motivations of the different people that make up the org community? Tara na't magkwentuhan! Kwentuhang MVP takes you to the vibrant and passionate organization community of the Ateneo de Manila. Tune in every Friday as we catch up with our student leaders and our organizations and find out how they're continually pushing forth with their advocacies. Kwentuhang MVP, taking the MVP to you.
Follow at Radyo Katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Good morning, Ateneo! Start your day right with your morning wake-up call. Good morning, Ateneo! Catch the latest news and stories around the campus. Good morning, Ateneo! Your daily dose of radio chikahan, tawanan, kantahan, and kwentuhan. Every morning from 9 to 10 a.m. Tuesdays to Fridays. Good morning, Ateneo! Your mornings will never be the same again. Mga katipuneros, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields as we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Palalimin ang kamalayan sa mga isyong napapanahon. Makisangkot at makiisa kasama ang simbahang lingkod ng bayan. Ang social-political apostolate ng Kapisanan ni Jesus. Ito ang Kwentuhang Bayan mula alas 11 ng umaga tuwing Biyernes dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Dahil naniniwala kami na posible ang isang mas mabuting lipunan at maaari itong simulan sa isang kwentuhan.
Getting reliable health information about the COVID-19 outbreak can be a lifesaver. In times of crisis, it is essential to guarantee freedom of expression and the right to public information, in particular to counter the spread of disinformation. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, dunong at tulog. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan.
Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Tara na't simulan ng inyong umaga sa mga magagandang refleksyon tungkol sa ating buhay at pananampalataya. Kasama sina Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle ng Manila, Father J. Boy Gonzales at Father Nono Alfonso ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, Father Cali Llamado ng Manila Cathedral, at Binibining Risa Singson Kaupeng ng Light of Jesus Community dito sa Kapit Pandasal sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan, News, Insights, Inspiration. Radyo Katipunan, down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan, the voice of the Blue Eagle.
Blue Eagle kami, di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Kawal ni Ignacio, katipunero, sugo, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, katipunan, radyo, katipunan, katipunan.
In light of the recent lockdowns due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all upcoming episodes of Seniors on Air Radio are pre-recorded. This ensures that the production of our episodes can continue, while at the same time ensuring the safety of our hosts and interviewees, as well as giving our technical team enough space to maneuver within the technological limits that we have to face. We certainly can't wait to see you again live from our radio station. Until then, come fly with us at the safety of our own homes and enjoy the episode.
Are you feeling sore? We can make that better. Tune in to the Ateneo Senior High School's first radio program, SOAR, the Seniors on Air Radio. Don't change that channel yet, because SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors on Air, here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
What's soaring, Eagles? Welcome back to Seniors on Air Radio. I'm your host for today, DJ Orange, and with me are...
Hi, I'm DJ CJ.
And hello, my name is DJ EJ.
So yun, as I'm sure you're all aware, a number of schools and universities around the country will finally start having limited face-to-face classes or in-person classes. So, while the adverse effects of COVID-19 in the Philippines are still quite prominent, and I myself actually di ko sure whether we're ready for the sudden increase of exposure and contact. But the face-to-face classes, still ignites hope. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah.
For me, I'm actually excited, but at the same time, there's also that risk now of exposure, and not to mention that I'm not sure, have we met the vaccine cap? That one I'm not sure yet. But
mostly sa like NCR.
NCR.
Wala sa provinces, medyo mahirap.
Oh, okay. So, if that's the case, then I think we should extend the vaccination program, especially sa provinces, because from what I hear from my friends and their friends, mahirap talaga yung modular sa provinces. So, since we come from a point of privilege, we want to make sure that once we are able to conduct face-to-face classes, it's going to be equal and it's going to be enjoyable and safe for all students, not just in NCR. So, yun lang yung take off for that.
Ako naman, pilot classes. I feel like ang tagal ko na itong inaasam, pero hindi talaga siya pwedeng mangyari kasi nga, there are a lot of risks and factors that we need to consider before we go back to normal and to, start face-to-face classes again. Pero kasi, ang hirap na talaga ng online setup, I feel like ang dami makaka-relate na to. Kasi, una sa lahat, it was so sudden. Like, diba? Hindi pa nga tayo nakaka-moving up from grade 10, tapos biglang, bam, online. So like, it's not clicking. So ayun, I'm really excited once nag-start na yung mga pilot classes, especially dito sa Metro Manila. Kasi syempre, Ateneo is in Metro Manila, and they're a big university and they have the capacity to conduct face-to-face classes na kahit sila nga yung mauna. Pero we still have to take note yung safety ng bawat student. And ayun nga, yung vaccination program, kailangan pa siyang habaan so that marami pang mga people or individuals yung makakapag-vaccine before we do so. Before we go back to a face-to-face setup. So ayun, yun lang naman for me.
Tama. So parang super clear naman talaga na there's some classes that don't translate very well online. Like science. Medyo nahirapan ako dun. But yeah, so it's definitely something exciting, even though we're not quite sure if it's like we're super ready. But with all that being said, I've begun to feel nostalgic kasi all the talk about going back to school reminds me of when we last attended in-person classes back in our own respective junior high school. Back then, parang we don't even know each other, but now you guys are such a big part of my life, right? It's so interesting then. So, I'm curious, what was parang your daily routine before sa old schools niyo?
So, usually, my day starts at 4:45, 5, or I wake up at around that time. And a lot of people are shocked, but the thing is, I thought it was normal to wake up at that time because you have to prepare, eat breakfast. So I would take a shower, eat my breakfast, prepare my bag, cram some homework na hindi ko pa natatapos. At the same time, kasi I'm in service. So I think that's a huge factor as to why students wake up really early. It's because you're not only doing it alone, you're doing it with other people who live in different locations. And traffic, you have to consider traffic. So yeah, and does this include morning routine lang or like the whole day?
Well, the whole day. Curious din ako dun. Parang anong mga classes nyo? Gaano kahaba?
Okay, so in my previous school, classes are just an hour long. But there are some cases wherein it's 2 hours long, particularly our English subject. And so we would sit and analyze literary works, particularly Shakespeare, those classics. And let me tell you, analyzing those, they messed with my brain because the thing is, I really perceive literature as somewhat subjective because it would always be relevant in a different ways to an individual. But when people start applying like certain techniques and certain critical thinking skills into the work, it becomes tedious. So the 2 hours sometimes felt like it was 4 hours. And once I got out of the class, like I just stressed it all. And then the day would end. And since we were in grade 10, we were preparing for senior high school, right? And so after doing homework, I would try to cram a few minutes of review. I was not able to finish it, but andito na tayo. So the next thing we're going to worry about is college.
Tama. Go EJ.
Ako, nung junior high school, actually nagulat ako nung sinabi ni CJ na 4:45 siya nagigising. Kasi ako, just to give context to everybody, I'm from Fairview and my school nung junior high school, nasa Cubao siya. And if you don't know how far that is, siguro umabot siya ng 1 hour without traffic. Ganun katagal yung travel time ko every day. And then, syempre, traffic pa. Especially sa EDSA, kasi that's along EDSA eh. Tapos, ayun, minsan talaga may times na nalilate ako sa flag ceremony. I'm so sorry, teachers, pero wala akong magagawa. It's EDSA's fault. And then, ayun, I usually wake up ng 4 a.m. Pero the thing is, I don't eat breakfast at all. Kahit inom ng tubig, kahit inom ng kape, and that's very unhealthy. I don't really recommend you to do that. Tapos diretso ligo lang ako after ko magising. And then natatapos ako mag-ayos around 5. And then I have to walk papuntang Commonwealth Highway. And then dun ako sasakay ng bus. And then I'm going to commute to Cubao. And then it would usually take 1 hour on average. And then kapag may spare time pa ako, yung school kasi namin, may katapat siya na 7-Eleven. So I buy food there. And then I drink coffee and then I eat. So fun! And then malalate ako sa flag ceremony. So yun talaga yung dahilan kung bakit ako nalalate sa flag ceremony. Kasi nakapila ako sa 7-Eleven. Pero anyway, hindi na mahalaga yon. Natuto naman ako na kailangan talaga super aga para makakain pa ako. And then, para makapila sa flag sem. And then, ayun. Our classes naman, nagsisimula siya ng 6 a.m. until 2 a.m. Ay, joke! Grabe naman! 2 p.m. Ayun. 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. Pero on Wednesdays, especially ng grade 10, on Wednesdays, 3 o'clock kami umuwi. Kasi may mga subjects din kami na 2 hours each. And yun yung science and math subjects namin. Kasi may additional subjects yung curriculum namin. And then, ayun. Huwag yun na tanongin kung kamusta naman yung brain cells ko nun. Pero I don't want to talk about it. Ayoko na maalala. Pero ayun, basically yun yung mga nangyayari sa pang-araw-araw na buhay ko nung junior high school. Hey.
Nagulat ako sa inyo. Oh my goodness. Alam mo yung, so I lived really, really near my school. Like, kung walang traffic, siguro under 10 minutes yon. So ako, late ako nagigising, mga 6:10. Always. 6:10 ako nagigising. And then, I used to have this like superstition nung grade 5 ako na maging bobo ako if my routine is not the same every day. So, kahit I shed off that superstition, I still ate the same breakfast from grade 5 until grade 10, which is oatmeal na walang laman. So, so, super superstitious ko sa sarili ko, walang nag-stem. I don't know where that came from. But, yun. So, ako, morning shower ako. So, I shower pa. Tapos, the way I eat it is like, not even with a spoon. I eat like a barbaric when I drink it like this. Kahit nasa oatmeal siya. Tapos, I would just ride to school, listen to music. Tapos, parang, sobrang bigat ng bags ko noon. Kasi I drink so much water. So, then, I would have like 3 bags. Tapos, one of them is yung lunchbox ko. Tapos, filled siya with 2 liters of water. Na ganito kalaki. So, I would like go to school with those so much heavy bags on my back, on my both hands. And then onto the stairs. Kasi kahit may elevator yung school, bawal yung high school students gumamit ng elevator. Kasi ginagamit siyang parang trolley for the kids. Yung trolley bag nila. So, first floor hanggang 5th floor, ganun na. Tapos super bad posture. Oh, bigat. Tapos, I would sleep hanggang marinig ko yung bayang magiliw. And then, yun. That's how the day went. And then, siguro hanggang 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock natatapos yung classes. And then, during grade 10, I used to be part of badminton varsity. So, after Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, my training. So, after school, yun yung ginagawa ko. Tapos, but then kung wala yun, nag-Chinese tutor ako, which is like so bad. Kasi wala akong alam na Chinese. Hanggang every day nag-tutor ng Chinese galing grade 5 hanggang grade 10 or grade 1 hanggang grade 10. Wala akong alam sa Chinese. Pero yun, siguro training would finish mga 6 and I'd go tutor. And then home. But for some reason, sobrang light nun compared to online classes. Like, during that time, I never felt na, wow, I'm so tired. I wanna like rest now. But then, now palaging, guys, let's rest, rest well. Ganun. Tagline, rest well. So, yun. So, aside from that, sa old school namin, we used to have this week-long sporting event called intramurals. So, did you guys have any similar events na ganun?
Yeah, but I think the thing about intramurals is that graded siya, diba? As far as I know. But for us kasi, it isn't. It's like an optional activity. Your attendance is required, but your participation in like the sports is not graded. Of course, there's a pointing system for the teams, pero it's not directly affecting like your PE, your math. It's just a chill event for you to have fun and chill out with your friends. Honestly, I joined, but it wasn't like I was good. It's because wala na kasing ma-fill na member. So I was like, oh sige, sayang yung opportunity, sayang yung point. So I'll give it a go. And it was volleyball. And I'm scared of volleyballs kasi natamaan ako ng volleyball sa mukha when I was in grade 7. And it's such a funny memory because I was staying away from the court, tas like, whoa. Masakit sa mukha. Pero anyway, yeah, I joined. I was scared of the volleyball, but we won, I think, 3rd place. It was fun anyway because I was able to hang out with new people. And since grade 10 last year I was able to talk to a lot of the juniors and, allow them to see me as their ate, to approach. And if I need anything, just let me know. There's those moments are really important because you're not sure. Like in this setup, you're not sure if you're going to be able to talk to them again or hear from them for a long time, which is natural, but it doesn't make it any less sad. So those moments and those events, I really treasure them a lot because they were so much fun and so much interaction. Kahit socially tiring, it's still rewarding.
For me, buong junior high school, parang never namin na-experience yung full-on na intramurals. Yeah, it's not a thing. But, I mean, merong mga plano, yung specifically yung MAPE department namin sa school. They want to conduct this thing, this program every March. And then, puro lang siya activities, puro lang siya games, sports, and then may paliga ng basketball sa school namin. That's so cool. Pero ang pangit yung... Ay, joke. Joke, right? Pero ayun, parang hindi ko naman siya na-enjoy. Kasi I'm not really a basketball girl, I'm not really a fan. Siya, hindi talaga ako super athletic na tao. Pero nung may chance na nakalaro yung section namin sa intrams, it was, what do you call that? Yung may harang-harang. And then you have to...
Patintero?
Yes, ayun, patintero.
We love the harang-harang.
Harang-harang.
Yeah, yun, patintero. Yun lang yung sport na nasalihan ng section namin before, as far as I know. And then, hindi pa ako napili. Kasi nga, I'm not athletic. Pero yung mga classmates ko, they are. And then, super ang galing nila. Pero sa lahat ng sections na nag-compete, I feel like there were 10. We were ranked 9. So, I don't know what to feel about that. Pero at least we tried our best. So, ayun. Yun lang naman yung memory ko about intramurals. Wow. And then, kada month kasi, parang iba-iba yung program sa school namin. Pero I'll just talk about that later. Yes.
Yung amin is parang, there's like a bar graph. Yung pababa yung moral. Kasi ganito siya. So first day, super like, sayo nun. That's like, the first day is the really good one. Kasi parang, you'll go early, tapos like, people have been preparing for intrams for months. Kasi meron kaming cheer dancing. That's siguro, aside from basketball, the biggest event sa intrams namin. So, yun. During the first day, yung scenario is parang papasok ka ng school, tapos makikita mo which batch everybody's from. Kasi we would produce jerseys talaga. Meron talagang parang awards per batch na sinong magandang jersey. So, usually sobrang pangit nun ill-fitting, pero masaya pa rin. So then, you would come in really early, tapos naka-jersey ka, tapos papasok sa school, there's like so much vendors. Parang iba-ibang food vendor na hindi usually there. So, merong tteokbokki. That's the one I remember kasi yun yung kinakain namin ng friends ko. So then, yun, once you go up, makikita mo sa classroom, merong nagme-makeup, nagsa-spray paint. Kasi meron parang pageant. Ang weird ng intrams namin na merong pageant for like batch representative na isa palagi, girl and guy na partner. So yun, the first day, everybody would march into the gymnasium. Paikot-ikot pa yan, ang bongga. Tapos, after the ceremony, makikita mo yung question and answer ng mga batch reps. Ganon. Tapos, the cheer dancing would happen. So that's really fun kasi you'll see what the other groups were preparing for like a month or so. And so that's like the most memorable part. So during that time, oh wow, hype ka pa. So like CJ said, ours was kind of graded. Like you had to join one sport. So yung sport ko palagi is badminton. Tapos sobrang nasa end siya ng games ng araw. So like it wouldn't be really hype. Nobody really like cared much about that game. But the game that everybody cared about is always basketball or volleyball. Ayun, kasi yung mga like nag-cheer talaga yung kasi you can see the most contact. So then aside from those games though, makikita mo sobrang naboboard na yung tao towards the end. Tapos once you go around, you'll see people sneaking snacks in or playing Uno or Pusoy Dos. Kahit bawal yung card games sa school namin. So, mga smugglers lahat. So, that's like my peak memories of intramurals. Pababa yung morale. So, naboboard yung tao. But it's always better than classes, syempre. Diba? So, yun.
Feel ko yung Uno lagi siyang part ng sports festivals. As in, like, kahit bawal makikita mo, for example, it would start with like 5 friends. And then, the whole class is joining and everybody's talking smack like, no, you don't give that to me. Don't give me that +4 card. It's really fun. I guess the teachers were like, okay, let's let the kids have their fun, even if talagang bawal. Kasi these are moments where you actually see the community unite and just have fun with each other. Because then normally you'd be with your friends, with your cliques, but with this school-wide event, you get to see different personalities jive and just get together. I think that's the most important aspect of it.
Hindi talaga maiwasan yung arguments about paano maglaro ng Uno. Pero aside from that, Uno is very memorable. Pero yun, on other special days, you know, sa school, aside from sporting events, paano yung ganap sa inyo? Yung parang mga fair? Meron ba kayong fair sa old school nyo?
We actually do. Actually, our fair was interesting because instead of just the booths coming in and the rides coming in, it was a hella task. It's our grade. Wherein we are entrepreneurs and we set up a booth within the fair and then we sell products, mostly food. Kasi yun yung, I think, pinakamadali. I don't know. But I just remember thinking to myself na, oh, it's fair. I should enjoy and not stress about like the products, the materials. Parang, But then when you're there, you just see the whole thing come together. And you see, you know, different batches coming to support you, like saying, hi, Ate, we're gonna buy from your store. And I think that's really encouraging and really fun to see. And at the same time, for example, the fair kasi lasts the whole day, diba? So buong day, bukas yung booth. And so there would be shifts. And for example, my shift would end, I would go to this booth of my junior and I would say, hey, I'm gonna buy from you, I'm gonna support you. Kasi it's not only because it's your grade, but because, you know, it's money as well. And it's hard work that you put into the booth as well with your classmates. I mean, hindi naman pwedeng pabuhat, di ba? Pagdating sa mga entrep projects. Because entrep, from what I hear from other schools as well, it's really difficult. So sa mga nag-entrep at mag-entrep, tayong lahat mag-entrep, good luck. Anyway, yeah, the fairs were fun. And the thing is, we had this open floor as well. And so our classmates would sing, those who have talent talaga, yung talagang pwedeng, they can hit the high notes. Like, I am just in awe for them. And I really enjoyed those fairs kasi, I don't know, there's something about like seeing the pride of my classmates finishing a task. Kasi nga, preparing for the booth was a whole quarter thing. And there would be arguments that would arise and just disagreements. But now that I've seen it come together in the fair and that we were able to garner a lot of profit, that's the most successful thing for me, something that I would never forget. Like that experience talaga.
For me, oh my gosh, ang daming ganap kasi sa school namin before. Kasi nga, di ba, I came from a public school. And then, every month, may designated subject area doon. So, for example, November is English month. And then, during English month, may iba't ibang mga contests, mga essay writing, mga extemporaneous speaking, declamation, and then may book character contest, which is yung pinaka-highlight ng month na yon. And then, moving forward to October naman, yun yung Araling Panlipunan month. And then, dun may Miss United Nations, and then poster making, all that stuff. And then, ano pa ba? Yeah, ang feeling ko yung pinaka-highlight ng school namin is yung kapag Foundation Day. Kasi tuwing Foundation Day namin, yung student council ng school namin, naghahanda sila ng mga iba't ibang booth. And then, may mga pop programs sila sa umaga, may Battle of the Bands, and then may food fair or something, and then may horror booth. Yung horror booth, isang buong building, sinasara nila. Yeah, isang buong building. That's so cool. And then, sobrang laki nun, sobrang interactive, pero never akong nakapasok. Paano ko alam? Siyempre, chismosa ako. Nakiano ako sa mga dumadaan doon. Tatanungin ko, ano po meron dyan? Ano meron dyan? Ano, nakakatakot po ba? Tapos sasabihin nila, ay, oo, nakita ko yung yung white lady, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, sasabihin ko, okay, that's so fun. Tapos, yeah, yun. Aside from that, parang pagdating namin ng grade 10, and then ako na yung nasa student council because I was vice president before, parang doon ko na-realize ang hirap pala gumawa ng ganong program, ng mga ganong fair. So sobrang daming time and effort yung kailangan nyo para to make it possible. And then parang wala, I just really appreciate it when the whole community comes together and then hypes up the entire thing. So parang yun talaga yung pinaka-memorable for me. So yun.
I don't know if it's the same for you guys, pero sa amin, yung student council is party planner for real. Parang, so during the student council would have a bunch of events throughout the year. Tapos sila lahat nagpa-plan, pati Teachers Day, back to school, fair, lahat sila. So, once I was not part of it yet, nung mga grade 9, they used to hold this thing, like yung classroom design. Kasi each classroom would be used as a different booth. So then, there's a competition that they would hold. They would provide you the theme, tapos kayo magde-design. So, yun, nung year na yun, naalala ko talaga, we sort of led the classroom design thing. So we were assigned, the theme of that back-to-school party was retro games. So each class was assigned to a different game. I'm not quite sure, hindi ko na talaga maalala kung anong game namin kasi obscure na game siya. Pero he pops up in Wreck-It Ralph. So yun, that game, meron isang character dun na circle na orange. Tapos siya yung main character. Tapos meron din purple na snake. So yung ginawa ko is I made the circle character out of paper mache. Like, ganito siya kalaki. And then, so parang statue na siya. Tapos, yung snake, actually, I don't know if I told this to other people before, pero my mom made that. I had my mom help. Ganun I love that type of classroom design project a lot. So then, like, dun, you'll see on the day itself, lahat my door design, my wall design, my cellophane na nagko-cover sa light. Kahit nakakaduling once you go out. But, yeah, that's really a big part of the events before. So, yun. When I did become a part of the student council, just like EJ, I realized it's really hard. It's really stressful. So, parang, no mga 5:30, I would wake up. Na mga 5:30 nasa school na kami. Kasi parang sobrang clutch na ginagawa yung planning ng project na yan. So, mga 5:30, you arrive at school, tapos walang tao pa, right? But then you're already going up, talking to the concessionaires na nagdadala ng food, and then fixing all of the games and props for all of the booths. Kasi even if the classroom design is done by the student body, yung lahat ng games, sa inyo pa rin, sa student council. So then, like preparing, running around, naalala ko pa dun, I wore loafers. So stupid. I wore loafers, so by the end of the day, sobrang sakit na ng feet ko because I was running everywhere across the 4th, 5th, and 6th floor. Just checking everything sa booth sa 5th floor, yung concessionaire na pagkain na food court sa 4th floor, tapos yung concert sa end sa 6th floor. So ganun. That's like the back to school party vibe sa old school ko. So yun. Aside from that, I'm sure ito meron lahat because the Philippines is the best at Christmas celebration. Diba? So, how was it like sa inyo? Yung mga may pa-share ba ng food, ng potluck, diba?
I think for most Christmas celebrations, may ganon. And there's also the exchange gift. But in comparison to school fairs and sports festivals or intramurals, Christmas parties are relatively chill in nature because then kakain ka lang, tapos minsan wala pang program kasi walang gustong gumawa ng program. So there have been instances where we're just like staring at each other like, ano gagawin natin? Kasi walang gumawa ng program walang post or anything. And minsan yung mga nagtatakas dyan, nagsa-cellphone, mga nag-games, nag-ML. Christmas parties were not as enjoyable, but you get free food. I think that's the most important thing. You get free food, and then pwede mong chikahin yung teachers mo because then yung teachers mo, especially those without a moderating class, they would go from class to class, tapos parang eat and run, parang makikichika, tapos kukuha ng food, tapos aalis, lipat sa ibang classroom. And so that's really fun. And that's the only time siguro na pwede kami mag-civilian. I think wearing civilian is such an important part when we were in school because then you have strict uniform rules to follow. And now that we're just at home, we're like, okay, off ka muna ako for homeroom kasi naka-pajamas pa ako, di pa ako fresh. So it like takes out like the fun out of wearing civilians and dressing up and wearing makeup for some people. Exchange gifts are usually awkward because here's the thing about gift giving. Syempre, you will be selecting the people you're gonna give gifts to, diba? But then sometimes an unexpected, person gives you a gift that you don't have a gift to, and it's nakakahiya siya to some degree. But it's also like, thank you. Okay, maybe it's the obligation in gift giving that has just really made us guilty that if we're not able to give a person a gift back, then siguro they're gonna feel hurt by it. And I think that's one thing that we take for granted now. Kasi since movement is limited, you're not able to go out, fetch some gifts for your families, online na lang siya. It takes the thrill out of gift giving and buying gifts and thinking of the gifts that you would give to a person because it's the thought that matters and just the effort that you put into it. So compared to last year, I mean the year after last, parang Christmas has just been a bit gloomy, but as much as possible, my family and I, we try to spread the Christmas spirit. And may parol kami, we have Christmas lights, Christmas trees, because even if we're not able to normally spend it with family as well and friends in school, at least the spirit of Christmas is still with us. And I think that's important.
May sasabi ako sa gift giving na yan. I feel that so hard. Like, naalala ko talaga, because since I've been in the same school since like nursery, kilala ko na everyone. So then usually you can predict, di ba? Sino magbibigay. Pero minsan hindi talaga. And I used to feel the same, parang, oh my goodness, nakakahiya. But I feel like these days, especially the last year ng grade 10, I shifted my perspective from, oh, it's nakakahiya if I give and then they don't have anything for me. But I thought of it in a way na parang, I'll just give the people who I really like this year. Like, I enjoyed their company so much because during my grade 10 year was the only year I really branched out to people outside my class because I joined the SC and then the varsity. So then I had friends there. So then I just decided, instead of thinking of all those things, because most of them actually didn't have anything then to give back. But I don't want to put them in a tough spot. But then I just knew na I want to give this because I enjoyed their company this year and I appreciate them. So something like that. So yun. Anyways, go EJ, go.
Ako naman, oh my God. Christmas parties. Grabe, each year ng junior high school namin, iba-iba yung gimmick na ginagawa ng section namin. Like, iba-iba talaga siya. Like, I can't even put it into words, pero sobra yung glow up mula grade 7 to grade 10. But I'm just gonna focus on the grade 10 Christmas party. Grabe, it was so memorable. It was so lit. It was elite chef's kiss. Kasi, ayun nga, we had this program committee in our section. Tapos sila yung bahala gagawa ng program, sila yung mag-host ng Christmas party. Basta, they're going to take care or be in charge of the Christmas party proper. Tapos, sila rin itong nag-aayos ng things or ng payments para dun sa buffet. Sa buffet na outside ng school namin. Tapos dun kami kakain. It was so good. Grabe. Ang sarap ng coffee jelly nila sa buffet na yon. I love it so much. Pero, the most exciting part talaga was the exchange gift. Kasi, ayun nga, grade 10 and then senior high school, di ba? So parang nag-level up na lahat ng gusto namin makuha from our classmates kasi 'di ba? Magpa-part na kami ng ways, yung iba lilipat na ng school, mag-transfer, or yung iba mag-stay naman. Pero all of that, parang yung gift na ma-receive namin during the grade 10 Christmas party, parang yun na yung memorabilia namin. And then ayun, ako yung hiningi ko noon, it was something like a statement t-shirt. I can't remember exactly, pero t-shirt ata yung hiningi ko. Pero yung other classmates ko, nang hingi sila ng EXO album. Shoutout kay Juliana. EXO album yung hiningi niya. Tapos binigay din sa kanya. And then someone also asked for a Blackpink album. Tapos binigay din sa kanya. And then may iba doon na parang guitar. And then binigay din sa kanya. So,
bongga na yan.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah,
so generous.
Yeah.
Well, considering natin na grade 10 na talaga, you really wanna like leave an impact in the gifts that you get.
Yeah, exactly. Kaya never ko makakalimutan yung grade 10 Christmas party namin. And yung coffee jelly dun sa buffet. I love the coffee jelly talaga. Ayun, that's all for me.
Hindi matatap yung buffet ni EJ. Pero, yung Christmas celebration namin is really centered on like gift giving. Like sobrang, or maybe that's just personally kasi I really love gift giving. But like in school, yes, it's the time where you can wear civilian. Tapos syempre kasi Christian school, dasal-dasal muna sa morning. Tapos, yun, party na. You have the potluck and then ours was quite unstructured din, similar to CJ's. So parang merong potlucks aside, like everybody would bring food. Tapos merong memorable because my friend, his dad cooks. So then there would always be like that turon that his dad makes. And that's the part na palaging nandun. Tapos you do barbecue, chicken, of course, all of those things. The games were like really unstructured. I remember grade 10, it was like, wala namang nangyayari. Pero it was like really fun for me to prepare the gift. Yung parang dala-dala mo sobrang laking packages because you have gifts for the teachers. Tipong nagbibigay sa lahat ng teacher, yung mom ko. So then we'll be like, okay, going to the different faculties, saying Merry Christmas and stuff like that. Tapos my friends are also like that. So then we'd go around school, like traveling the whole school, just distributing gifts. So aside from the food, that's probably the most memorable. Tapos yun, diba, aside from that, merong exchange gift. Wherein you'd ask for something, pero yung budget sa amin is always so low. So, hindi abot din yung mga album. So, what did you guys usually ask for? I usually just ask for candy. You know? And what did you ask for?
Actually can't remember. I think stationery because that's like my gimmick before. Like bullet journaling and all of that. If not, socks. Iconic socks. I think that's a popular thing for exchange gifts. I would see iconic socks everywhere na naka-paper bag. Like, here, Merry Christmas. But to be fair, their socks are really nice. So, sa mga namibigay ng iconic socks, you're making a good choice.
Akin, sobrang grocery list binigay ko eh. Legit. Coke, Lays, trolley. Specific! Na grocery list binigay.
You have a sweet tooth. Kaya nasa big sweet tooth pala. Considering
So
na
bad.
Coke, trolley, like, I don't think I would handle that sugar crush.
Pero yun. That's usually Christmas goods. Did you guys also celebrate mga Teachers' Day sa inyo? Not really.
Yeah, we did. And I remember for grade 10, I spearheaded the program, the entire project for Teachers' Day. And that was my first big school-wide project because I wasn't part of student council, but because I was president of the classroom. We were like a subcommittee under the student council. And I remember just like coordinating and talking to so many people about it. Like, hey, is the sound system ready for the program? Or can you be the host? Do you need help with the script? And just being able to do that, I'm still shocked at this point na nakayanan natin na mag-handle ng school-wide programs. It's like when you think about it, it's daunting. But then now that you've finished it, you're just, whoa, I actually have that capacity. And seeing that other students have capacity so long as you reach out to them. And I remember it was a surprise kasi. Yun talaga yung goal namin, surprise. And I remember our president saying, for all the teachers, please stay after the flag ceremony because then we would proceed to classes, diba? But no, we had programs, we have bands prepare, musicians, especially from the students because I know na a lot of the students in my school were musically inclined. So what I did was I leveraged all of that talent and please present your talent and be proud of it. And so making these programs, it's exhausting, not gonna lie, and just having to worry and coordinate with so many people who you're not used to. But once you get there, it really is a rewarding thing because then you see your teacher smiling and enjoying the program.
Grabe. Ibang-iba yung experience ko ng Teacher's Day. Kasi nga, nung grade 10, student council. So, technically, super busy namin. And then, tuwing may program sa school, lagi kaming nasa covered courts. And then, di ba, public school. So, i-expect mo talaga na sobrang daming bata yung hindi mapakali sa kanilang inuupuan, tayo ng tayo, takbo ng takbo, kung saan-saan, sobrang gulo. So ako bilang vice president noon, my job was to take rounds around the campus and then check every classroom. Baka mamaya may batang nakatakas sa pila and then nasa classroom. So kailangan pababain for the program, syempre. And then ayun, it was super stressful kasi yung mga bata talaga, I really hate kids. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to say it out loud. I hate kids. Pero it was very fulfilling naman to see the teachers being happy about the program that we've prepared. And then after nun, parang half day kasi yung program from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then 12 p.m. until 3 p.m. Free period na lang yun. And then you get to have a free cut. And then usually yung ginagawa namin during Teacher's Day, umalis kami ng friends ko, pupunta kami ng Cubao, magmamall kami, tapos magsa-Samgyup, or kaya mag-window shopping na lang. So, yun yung experience ko about Teacher's Day. So cool.
Ang saya na. You ignited a memory in my brain. Nakalimutan ko na to. But you're right. Nakalimutan ko. But we also had to consider kids sa Teacher's Day. So what we did was the kids would be in their respective classrooms. Tapos yung student council yung magte-teach. So, yun. So while the students were doing their activities sa baba or playing games or whatever, the teachers were doing booths sa taas na floor. Tapos ganon. Tapos sa end, may concert. Pero yung sobrang naalala ko dun is Teacher's Day is always in September, right? Tapos, at least sa amin, September siya. So then, during that time, my birthday is really near the day of Teacher's Day. So then, after the event closed, my friend surprised me with like gifts and like, wow, happy birthday or stuff. Kahit hindi ko pa birthday nun, pero malapit lang. So anyway, that's like a good memory. Naalala ko when EJ said gala. It's like gala. Sounds familiar. And then, yun. So of course, moving to the present, the three of us have yet to attend in-person classes in ASHS, di ba? So, thoughts, feelings, what did you imagine it would be like before it got announced na online though?
I think, kasi I've been to the campus for the asset and then for the interview. So, I kind of saw a glimpse of what the campus would be like. Kaso na siya by the end of the day, so you would only see orgs, especially yung 3 to 4 kind of orgs, yung let's say Sibulo. Yun, mga ganong orgs yung nandun sa campus. But man, I feel like it would be a lot of fun just seeing a lot of people, and at the same time it would be loud. I feel like ASHS student would just be so rowdy in the sense na hindi siya disrespectful, but more of just full of excitement, full of ideas, full of like good energy. And a lot of this is not to call out anyone, pero ramdam ko na madaming ASHS student ang magsistay after school hours for their extracurriculars. I feel like that's a trademark of an ASHS student. Like, we join involvements. Yeah, we join a lot of involvements. But at the end of the day, it's what helps us grow naman, diba? It lets us meet new people. And thinking about it now, if ever we do the pilot face-to-face classes, and after the COVID, I feel like it would be kind of awkward just actually seeing human people right in front of you. Like, wait, you're actually real. You have a body. Whoa. I feel like it would be really awkward, but then, kasi then some people, kasi their love language translates to physical touch, so you're like arms open, but then you can't because there's COVID. But then, just seeing a community come together, I feel like the whole thing that we're missing now is just community, seeing real people come together and under one roof. I think that's what we miss the most, and I guess seeing your friends would just be such an experience, and actually talking to them in person and seeing their real life reactions is something that I look forward to. And I'm not sure how the education goes in terms of ASHS na face-to-face. Yun ang talagang mystery sa akin kasi nasanay tayo na all online. So that is something I'm looking forward to, how teachers actually teach their subjects in face-to-face classes.
For me, yeah, same with CJ. Ang times lang na naka-apak ako sa ASHS, A-Shape, and yung interview, and yung family conference before yung announcement ng COVID. So, 3 times. So, that's really exciting. And then, pero hindi ko naman nalubos-lubos kasi isang place lang naman pinupuntahan ko doon. And yun yung testing center, yung A-Shape. Ay, 2 pala. Testing center and then yung guidance office na sobrang lamig, na ang daming kwarto. Grabe, I love. Ang ganda. Tapos may pa-ensaymada sila ng family conference.
Wala akong ganon. But ang pinakita na sa akin is like yung laminated copy of all of the 5 C's.
Oh,
and
yeah!
Walang pa-ensaymada sa amin.
Sa amin may
online naman
ensaymada.
ang family conference. Sana makain.
Yeah. Tapos ayun, ang sarap ng ensaymada. Sure ko lang. Pati yung tubig. Grabe, ang expensive ng tubig. Ay, grabe. Doon ako na in love
It's
sa ASHS.
Ateneo water.
It's Ateneo water. Tapos, ano pa ba? ayun, parang super nag-expect talaga ako na may enjoy ko yung senior high school life ko. Especially na knowing that Ateneo is actually my dream school, and then it feels surreal. Like, hindi ako mapaniwala na I'm actually studying in Ateneo. Like, oh my God, what? Tapos, nag-online pa. So, mas lalong sobrang detached ako sa reality na nag-aaral talaga ako sa Ateneo. So, parang, it's really confusing. But at the same time, I'm just hoping na one day makaka-apak din ako on campus again as an Atenean na. And sana, baka naman Ateneo, malapit na matapos yung admissions, di ba? Shout out sa seniors, kaya natin to. Pero baka naman. And from what I've heard kasi, they're already taking surveys ng mga vaccinated students. And then, if okay na yung percentage nun, maybe face-to-face classes would be a thing in Ateneo na. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Pero ang dami talagang nagbago sa expectations ko, sa mga routine ko sa araw-araw. Siguro kapag face-to-face, magko-commute pa rin ako, and then super mahal ng pamasahe ko kasi ang layo talaga. Share ko lang yung one time na nag-commute ako mula dito sa bahay hanggang Ateneo for, I don't know when, I don't know kung anong ginawa ko noon, pero pumunta ako sa Ateneo one time by myself. And then yung pamasahe ko, umabot ng 100 pesos. Like, what? 100 pesos for pamasahe? Like, that's unrealistic. Kaya, ayun, parang yun lang siguro magiging problema ko sa araw-araw. Yung mahal na pamasahe. So, yeah, ayun lang.
I super relate to the transportation thing. So, siguro, if I were to be like thankful for one thing na online, it's the transpo. Kasi siguro talaga, I'm like an hour or two away from Ateneo, especially since it's so traffic going there. So, but yun, I remember talaga, before it got announced na online, naisip ko talaga yung anong bag gagamitin ko, anong journal gagamitin ko, tapos anong wallet, bag, or whatever. So, naisip ko na all of that. Tapos biglang it's online. So, I struggled to really feel na I'm Atenean. So, I never really felt it. Like, kahit last year patapos na yung grade 11, di ko pa rin ma-feel na I'm an Atenean. I'm a person who goes to Ateneo. I reflect their values. Wala, I felt detached. But siguro, I think a really strong point on how to help that is to really join more orgs or programs in Ateneo. Because you get to meet people outside your class, people who were Atenean from the start, or like true blues, diba? Na Atenean na from junior high school, or just other people like you guys. And so being part of these communities makes you feel more apart. So yun. And so generally naman, yun lang naman. We just want to talk about, feel nostalgic about face-to-face classes, which may happen soon for us if we get vaccinated and the situation gets better. Yeah. So, moving towards the end of our episode, do you guys have any shout-outs?
I mean, ramdam na natin yung deadline ng applications. Like, hello, Ateneo. Hello, UP! Sa mga mag-a-apply dun sa UST, I didn't apply, so still, shout out to seniors. I know that applications is really stressful, and especially for those not even Ateneans who are struggling to juggle their applications and their school. I know school can give heavy loads, pero isipin natin na kakayanin natin to. We're gonna get into the university that we want to be in the course that we want to be. So, gapang lang. Kahit di nalakarin, gapangin mo na. Okay lang. We all believe in you. We're in this together. So let's go, seniors.
Ako, shout out to my class, 12 Gradetsky. As always, sana kaya pa guys. Kasi parang na-overwhelmed kami last week. Parang we all share the same sentiment na nabigla kami. Like from the break, tapos biglang boom, synchronous classes. Parang, tapos ang dami pang requirements nung afternoon break. Parang, tama ba yun? Charot. Pero yeah, sana kaya pa guys. Ayun lang for me.
yes, shout out sa mga admissions office. Papasukin niyo kami. And that's all lang naman. Yes, good luck everyone. We hope we're able to gapang till the end. And we're almost done with the application for most schools. So, good luck everyone. Sa mga crammer, kaya natin to. So, that's all for today's Seniors on Air Radio. I hope you all had a good time with us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Are you feeling sore? We can make that better. Tune in to the Ateneo Senior High School's first radio program, SOAR, the Seniors on Air Radio. Don't change that channel yet, because SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors on Air, here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle. The Jesuit Hour